And here we are.
Whee! That's cool.
Again, I find it like when they do shit like this, like the kind of the forced perspective stuff, like they've rendered a 3D like animation with a 2D sprite.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
like the way they
Pretty
yeah.
impressive for the time.
like, I'm still trying to figure out how they did it because obviously they go frame by frame. So at one frame they just have Boston's head appear, and then they go frame by frame by frame
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get the rest of it perfect. It's like you fucking
To be
ILM
fair,
son of a bitches.
when it comes to IDL, like,
Yeah.
is it most of the time we're wondering how the fuck they done it? I mean, it's like IDL's
That's
whole,
literally it. Sometimes it's like
you know.
and I say it is something just genuinely really just fucking simple. Like it is probably just a case that they probably just took an image of the sprite and just
Yeah.
have been expanding, contracting it because that's obviously the engine as well. But they're able to expand it as necessary. But but yeah, that stuff like that really fucking amuses me because like that's like this is kind of groundbreaking shit for the game.
Mm.
So this is interesting.
Oh, shake.
Oh, look, it's a
Oh,
life
great.
crystal.
Here comes the. Oh, it's a lizard.
It's a
It's a
guard dog.
it's a Komodo dragon with spikes.
Oh, now suddenly we've got guard dogs. Where did he
So
come
now
from?
now we have a guard dog to deal with.
He just rose up out of a pile of bones near the door after a crystal fell from the wall. Not a bad system of keeping guard dogs around. Even if they die of old age, just drop a crystal on him and there he is again, barking
That
and
is
grinning.
really cruel of this alien culture to do that. Just have two guard dogs perpetually on duty for the rest of eternity. So, speaking of, here's the second one.
Look, it's the ugly twins.
Well, that was short-lived.
Yes,
That worked out rather well.
but there's a few learnings from that little interaction. Uh, Mainly because with the life crystals turned them very fucking aggressive.
So Brink must be very aggressive.
Well, in fairness, the last time we spoke to him, he told us to basically get the fuck out.
A life crystal.
Don't like leave me alone. I don't want to look at you anymore. It's like Ring, we want to leave. I'm not leaving. I have my work to do. Get out of here. But yes, that's an indication of perhaps a symptom of the life crystals, if you like. It turns people and aliens very, very combative, which is obviously something you possibly don't want.
The door evaporated when the engraving touched the slot. This is the engraving we found in the shipwreck. The one the first ghost gave us. This must be where the ghost wanted us to
And that
go
works out
all
quite well. So perhaps we're about to meet our ghost friend that we saw at the start of the game.
Woo!
And the soundtrack is kicked in, so you know it's good.
Oh, you know when the soundtrack kicks in the game, something's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, and it's very clearly important.
It's far below
Yeah.
the tomb, past some pretty ugly guards. A dead alien sealed inside a crystal pyramid.
Sounds like they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
Must have been important to him. A king or something.
Or it terrified them. Remember, this is the land of the life crystals. Dead doesn't necessarily mean dead. Maybe they were trying to keep it from being found and
Like, you raise a good point there. I mean, like the body is very much buried deep underground.
Was the key that the
Like,
Fausto showed us back in the ruined spaceship.
Is this where the mob war
don't have a
to
key
deal with
to
some? Is this where Jimmy Hoffa is?
Besides, how do you know the ghost is
I think this is where fucking Shergar is at this stage.
Yeah.
I'm working as fast as I can to get this stuff translated. I'm so close I can taste it.
Fine, keep working. Call me if you think of anything.
So yeah, we could very well be like like unlocking the president of the land or a wanted criminal,
Panda.
or possibly in America's case both.
Ah,
That's a little bit of satire to get your day going, lads. There you go.
It's the remains of a huge creature.
So let's use a life crystal. Bring him back.
He's very tall. Or I'm very short. I wish I didn't keep thinking of the term bite size. Please be friendly. I hope you're friendly. I'm certainly friendly. Let's all be friends.
As you can see, Boston is not exactly trained for first contact.
What a Pokemon that is.
That's what I was just thinking. It looks like a Pokemon.
The first thing that came to mind was a Chocobo for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said something so lame. I'm Boston Low, and I've got 2 crew members around here somewhere, and we're stuck here and we need help. Who are you? Why were you so carefully protected?
Oh, brilliant. His answers are completely pointless.
Yep, it's all gibberish. We have no idea what he's saying.
Maggey Robbins, one of my crew members. She's working on learning
Oh,
our
yeah,
language
she'll know.
back in the library. We really want to learn everything we can from
Fun
her.
fact, incidentally, the voice actor of this, what the character is called, the Guardian, he does appear in, as one or two other characters in the game. He is James Garrett, who you would know as Alfred from the Batman Bad Blood
These
series.
libraries are really great.
Hmm.
Was it
He
you?
plays a couple of times. But otherwise, you know him as Roku from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So if they're yours, good job. How am I doing at sucking up?
So yeah, obviously,
Well, hey,
first contact has not gone well. Bit of a language barrier, but we know where to go if we wanted to try again. And then he just dies again.
Wonderful.
Quick one.
Tell Maggey about it.
Donald Trump has appointed ambassadors to Hollywood. There's 3 actors, with their sole purpose is to bring back the golden age of Hollywood.
Yes? What?
Well, where everyone was
I'll give
abused.
you the easy one first. One of them is Mel Gibson.
Boston?
Tip, of course he is.
Of course it is.
Language. I can read this
Who are the
stuff
other
now.
2?
Probably James Woods. He seems like a prick.
No.
This inscription here.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
But he is a
Mark
prick.
Hamill.
though,
It,
but
makes
that's-
sense. It would make sense though. James Woods would have been a good choice there, I think. if we were
Isn't it
to-
funny how he hires the anti-Semitic actor?
Yeah. The other 2, one of them I'm also not surprised at. One of them, on the other hand, I'm a little bit surprised at.
Kevin Sorbo would be my next guess.
No. They're not,
Right.
The other 2 are pretty
Something's
big
happened to
actors.
Maggey.
And not just
Brad
big in because
Pitt.
they had a past career. No, we're not Brad Pitt.
Damn.
Clint Eastwood?
No, not De Niro.
Not Clint Eastwood. I think he's probably too old for that.
Yeah, I guess here was Jason Momoa.
No, they're old.
Okay,
Are they?
give us
Have
a-
they been in films in 2024?
Yeah, are they retired or are they still working?
I think one of them was. One of them hasn't been in a major role in a while, but is the father of another major Hollywood actor.
Donald
Oh,
Sutherland?
John Voight.
There we go, John Voight.
John Voight, okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot Donald was dead, yeah. Okay, so John Voight.
John Voight, Mel Gibson. Who's the last one?
Dennis Quaid?
Again, good show. No,
Are we talking actor or actress here?
actor. He wasn't going to pick a woman for this. Come on. Now.
Yeah, but this is why I clarified. Yeah. So I'm thinking. So
What are you doing here, Lord? I don't want you here.
Aaron, something's gonna happen in about 40 seconds.
She needs our help.
Clues. Clues, Aaron. Clues.
What I'm doing here is important.
He used to be a porn
What
star.
about you? You'd still be dead.
You're
Ron
the-
Jeremy?
Jeremy?
No,
You're the-
he used to before he made it big an actor.
Ah, Sylvester Stallone.
We do the
There we go.
science.
Yeah. See, they're all fucking grifters as well. Like, I mean, like
He
it's
wants to
yeah,
bring back the golden age of
But see-
cinema. It's basically wants the 1950s back.
Think you are doing
yeah.
But see, Gibson and Voight, fine. I did not know Stallone was a trumper. Maybe that was a black spot in my eyes.
Go away.
I think just Stallone just wants
Can't
money.
be any
I
clearer.
think that's his problem. I think a lot of people just don't fucking.
You
Don't-
fucking stupid fucking bastard!
Yes! Yes!
I
Look
told
the
you something
thing.
was going to happen in 40 seconds,
Look
Aaron, and
the
you didn't
thing.
believe me.
Brink. Maggie's
I really should put like a timer or a countdown to it, like a
Should.
nuclear,
Is Maggey a great
a nuclear, like yeah.
Maggie's in trouble.
Then go help her.
Never mind.
So you can see there that Brink doesn't really care about the whole Maggie getting eaten by a giant spider problem. He's too busy on his work. So let's ruin his work.
Oh, that was such a fucking balls too, because it would have been a great save if he caught his hand in it properly.
I hate this.
But he didn't.
Yeah. It caught his fucking. It looked like it caught there
Let's get a look at
on
you.
his hand. He didn't get a clean slap with it, it just sort of rolled off it. That's a fucking. Dibbling, is that the. It's gone now as an own goal, but Dibbling is the young fella that is like been touted for like big things, isn't he?
Yes,
You're like,
he does have a
yeah.
hilarious name, but he's supposed to be quite a good talent.
Yeah. So Hampton do just get one fucking
You thief.
just gifted young fella in a generation, don't they?
Now,
In
Just-
fairness,
after you help
in fairness, their team this year has a couple of them that are really good prospects. The problem is that like they're all good, like compounded with like squad players who are definitely going to get relegated. You know, the kind of way, it kind
Yeah.
of drags them all down.
Typical military mind.
Kind of misses the point.
Pushing other people around.
At this point, you just hope you put in a couple of decent performances that a Brighton
And get
or
noticed.
fucking West Ham or something that can take you like.
Exactly. That's all it is. Just get noticed. Look impressive in defeat. So now that we've stolen Brink's stash of life crystals, we are holding him to ransom and getting him to help us to save Maggie. Now to figure out where she is. You can imagine that Mr. Brink is not impressed with this arrangement, but to be honest, fuck him. Like,
Fuck him. I really couldn't.
fuck him. Yeah, I was like, here, listen, I brought you back to life, fella. You literally owe your life to me. If I
fucking
say
own
jump,
you.
yeah, I own you and your and all of your subsidiary rights.
It's like we can't get out of fifth gear. Or first gear, sorry. Fifth gear? What? I don't know. Anyway, it's like we just. Wherever that fucking fight was for the Arsenal game is certainly not here right now.
Personally, I think it's very funny. Oh, there's a nest. And what sort of creatures do we know live in a nest?
Whatever it is, I hope
Right.
it eats Brink.
Yes.
Spooderman. Spooderman lives in a vest. A vest? A nest.
Is that you?
Aragog,
Are you all
Shelob,
right?
take your pick.
How can she be
Okay, as we learned, is apparently a lot of fucking options for things that live in nests. The correct answer was the fucking Maggie eating spider people. Come on, fucking
I said Shelob.
Maggie, are
yes,
you
I
in?
know.
Ahmed's just got to get up and diving, I
I'd
think.
really like to get out of here.
Sorry, not for diving, for simulation.
Well, look, we all know United
Hate
are
that
looking for a
word.
bunch of wankers anyway, so of course you're gonna get booked for fucking
I
diving.
don't like him, Boston, and I'd really appreciate it if you get me out of here.
I love as well that like in every scenario that like that's in this game, Boston has the opportunity to say something profound. When this is clearly a situation that doesn't require
Wrong
being
time for this.
profound.
Yeah.
It's just
Fuck's
like,
sake.
you know, it's like Lucas Nets were always like that in the sense like
Sealing something
with I think they're all games have had like the verb system where basically if you wanted to you could always like touch something or like, eat or try and eat something, and it's like that's always an option. Or it's always you're always laughed at until you actually do get to a point where you have to eat something, like.
Don't waste my time.
And then obviously certain games took the piss out of that after a while and found it very amusing.
Unless we want to end up where Maggey is, we've got to get by this thing.
The obvious plan is for one of us to.
I do look, again. It's also I do love as well that the spider is very clearly rendered compared to the rest of the sprite work.
Yep.
It was like, yep, this is the island spider.
Yep. Hey, over here.
Come here, you phlegm carapace, slime-faced, mucus-brained, furry-legged abductor of luminously intelligent but pulchritudinous earth.
After we had been given my brother after we had been given my brother rightful shit for the last couple of days of the loss, he just said, if the result stays like this and in capital letters, I'm giving it large. And you know what? He kind of deserves to do it because the last couple of days we have been fucking insufferable. So,
Boston,
but
where are
yeah,
you going? I'm
just.
over here. Don't leave me.
Unless you have something pertinent to talk
The thing is, you
Don't
can't lose
waste
the
my
halftime record at home if you're not winning. You gotta be smart about these things.
This is what we call coping, Aaron, and we all cope in different ways.
I actually did get one of my friends for fucking Butte the other day. So he's a Chelsea fan, and he's the only one in the group. So obviously he loves giving United shit, and he came out with the reason we're able to do it to United is because none of our teams have ever been 14th in the Premier League at this stage of the season. And immediately my brain went, bullshit. So the only season I knew off the top of my head where one of the major teams were doing bad was the season that Leicester won the Premier League and Chelsea were fucking shite.
Yes, but even they still finished. I think that that season
10th.
was 10th, yeah. And
They
the Graham
finished
Potter
10th.
season, they finished 12th.
Yes, but the thing was that they were 14th in January that very fucking season.
Fair enough.
Technically, in a worse position than we are right now because they were already 3 points off the relegation zone at that point. We are 7. We're better.
Well, Aaron, you're actually now 15th, and you're still 7 away from the drop zone.
You know, yeah, but like the point was that he was like, we've never been in fucking 14 to this point of the season. And I went, well, Anton, do I have a fucking story for you? And I gave it to him. He just goes, you ever shut up your sausage? Which I knew I got it. Like, that is.
Good up, you sausage.
Yeah, shut up your sausage. You were fucking Egypt, basically. But that's how you know you've gotten him, because if that's his only response to it, he's been caught by the balls. And this whole argument of us being the worst team in the group is kind of gone now. I think I could have put it up with Arsenal too. I think Arsenal were pretty bad in the first couple of seasons. As far as I remember.
They always had slow starts, but they recovered. They would have been when Arteta took over that season. They were.
No, I was going to go back with this.
Back in a second.
So I was going to check for first season Arsenal win the Premier League. And they weren't 14th at this point. 12th. And the only one I
I feel like you're going somewhere with this narrative, Aaron, and I
was
to be very careful.
And then I really thought, I was like, right, it'd be funny if I could catch Liverpool first. Liverpool have never been this low at this point of the season.
Ever, yeah. We've always like.
It's been generally, you know.
Do it then.
Yeah, it's been fine for you. You have your 10th once every so often, but you generally finish somewhere in the 6 to 5.
Typically, yeah. And even then, that's after like winning cups or like some other like adventure elsewhere. So
yeah, so you always have something, but we have nothing at the moment. But maybe we might win the FA Cup, and it might make me feel just a little bit of happiness again.
Again, we've literally had this conversation before last year.
Yeah, but the main thing is here is that with the Arsenal fans giving it large because they're actually good for the first time in the league in 6 seasons.
True.
Nice
I can point around
cinematic.
and go, we're very bad, but we've won 3 more trophies than you have, you pile of absolute shitheads.
You made it.
How's my hair?
You're worried about your...
So, Oh, Arteta's fucking finishing second again. Brilliant. That's 3 second places in a row. What trophy do you get for that? You get fuck all. No one's going to remember second place in 15 years. But they probably will remember United being really shite, but also having 3 trophies on the bounce and turning into a cup team. Which is not ideal, but I'll take it right now.
You're run by a Nazi, though, sadly. Fascist.
I wouldn't call Big Sir Jim a fascist. I just call him a capitalist, and that's somehow like. But that he would consider that a compliment. The fact that like is like he's there. He is a peak performance guy. He was like he's efficiency. He's like he makes the most money. It's like he also doesn't have human feelings, and really isn't that what matters. He's trying to make a sport that is intrinsically attached to emotion, a ruthless business, and going by his other ventures, he's kind of shit at it.
He doesn't like, yeah. But it was this or be a state-run club, and I was like,
yeah, you're never going to win either way, Aaron. To be fair, so
and even with the state-run thing, I was just like, well, at least if we're not that, I can still fucking take the piss out of City or whatever, and have the more high ground on that. But even now, I'm just like, for what the club does for the fans, I feel like they probably would have dropped the ticket prices and not upped them to £66 each for every seat in the stadium at the very least. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a joke. That's absolutely horrific. It makes no fucking sense to me. It never has, never will. It's awful. I don't understand charging £66 for a child to see Man United Football Club, especially with the way we're playing now. Yeah, maybe around the Fergie era, but I don't even think Fergie would have allowed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they would have been at the point where he was setting the prices himself. So yeah, he would know. Yeah. I've been around that area. It's not a very well-off area.
No,
they're not. They're not, you know, Man City, where they've gentrified the whole general area around the Etihad. So they can pay fucking £50 for a seat. Nobody pays £5 for a seat, man.
Just about, yeah.
But, you know.
It goes back to that point where like you have to justify the cost, and like at least like one thing, like it's one thing having. This is why Spurs justifies their cost, because like their team is inherently interesting. You know, like you could go to a home game and you're never going to get a 1-0. You're going to get a 5-3 or a 3-3 or something. It's going to be an absolute calamity. It's going to be entertainment. And
it's going to be an entertaining game of football at the very least.
At the very least, yeah.
But like, imagine paying £66 for this shit. And it's not even that we're behind. It's just shit. It's fucking awful.
Yeah. But again, that's also the principle of being a community club as opposed to a football club / business. You know, it's a line you have to thread, and the Premier League is a business at this stage. You know, that's why people are going back to, like in Dave will know this very well. Like people are going back to the SPL because they feel a better connection, or people are coming back to the League of Ireland for that exact reason. Better, like cheaper tickets. More of a connection with the fan base, better connection with the players. It's your community club. Support it. Go back to basics. You know, like we just saw there that all of the women's games are free for us because we're season ticket holders this season. Man United would never do that. They would want you to pay extra for watch the women's team, and in principle, it's nice for the women's team to be at least sustaining, or at least some level of, like, you know, having their own budget. But what our club wants to do is want to get people to actually just watch the women's team, to fill out the stadium and make the home games more impressive. And you know what? Great idea. Like if you get even a percentage of season ticket holders to come to the women's games this season, that makes a whole world of difference. Because again, it's a big old fucking empty stadium as it is, and like having like 50 fucking anoraks clapping like this is not going to help. But having 800 people bringing their kids with them and their partners, stuff like that's nice. That's good for the club. That's good for the players. Especially, we're going to have a very young team this year. They need all the fucking help they need all the support they can get. That's always back down to the narrative, like what do you actually want from your football club, and how far down the leagues you have to get that emotional connection back. You know,